Hi, I'm Michelle Hardy, and today I wanted to talk to you about how your church book can be sold in other markets besides just to your church friends. Sometimes we'll get in the habit because our whole lives are at the church, our friends are in the church. The book that we've made, we've only sold it to people at the church. But there is another group of people out there that need what you have to offer. It's just a way of reframing it, and then you can make more sales. Maybe you're just starting out and you're thinking about writing a book about religion or about the church or something that has to do with both. Think outside the box and say, okay, how can this book help a broader range of people? So, if I'm trying to encourage someone with the Bible and scriptures, where in those scriptures can I use that universally across the board for other people to encourage them as well? So, don't just limit yourself to a certain group of people because you can actually speak to the entire world. How does your book translate into some type of teaching tool? If you've already written your book, then you need to go back through your book and see how those things that you had written about can help someone. If you can solve a problem with your book that you originally wrote it for the church, then you can reach a wider audience, which means more sales for you. Let's use a topic like prayer. If you're talking about prayer in your book and you expound on that, and then you have scriptures on that, and you show people how to pray, you tell them the different things that they can do to pray. Well, that may translate into meditation for some people. So, how can you use that particular chapter in your book to translate to meditation to speak to people who actually meditate? Maybe you've written in your book about counseling from one of your elders or your pastor or someone in your church that does that for couples or singles, individuals, right? You can actually translate that to therapy. How do those skills carry over into something that everyone needs? Another example would be if you're talking about fundraising, how to fundraise for a nonprofit, for your church, you may translate that to be budgeting, writing a budget, actually implementing it, the different steps that you would do to budget for a fundraiser. So it doesn't just have to be for your church or your nonprofit organization. So this is how you can use that you've written about to translate to help more people outside of the church. Anytime you have a book and it doesn't seem to be getting much traction and you're not reaching the audience that you want to reach, or you believe that you need to go outside of your audience to sell your book, go back through your book and see how you can meet someone else's need by saying what you said in a different way. That way, you would tap into that audience. So you just take a word, like I said, prayer, what does that translate to? And counseling, what does that translate to? So you would just go through your book with a fine-tooth comb and see how can I meet someone else's need with this tool that I have and grow and make more sales and be more present.